You've shown the world your talents and are reaping the rewards. Success. So this is the Four of Wands. We're going to do the four in all four suits. We're going to start with the wands first. And I have 6 decks now because if you've seen my prior video, then you'll know that my deck that I made for myself actually came in, and I did the unboxing and the unveiling, and I went through the whole thing and gave you guys the whole story of how I made the pictures and so on and so on. So the reverse of this says your success is secure. Don't be too frivolous with it. So that's actually not a bad reverse reading. And of course, I'm using from this deck the Rider-Waite. Now, if you're learning tarot like I am, it doesn't mean you have to have all these decks, okay? But somebody did advise me. I think I was watching a YouTuber, and I said I wanted to learn, and she said, make sure you start with the Rider-Waite because that's where the whole system started, and you need to grasp the meanings before you start going into other people's fancy decks, like even the deck that I made. All right, so then the next one, this is the second deck that I got. My friend Julie is the one that bought this for me a couple Christmases ago because she knew that I was getting into tarot, and she just figured I would love it because it's food. And I do love this deck. It's just that it's confusing sometimes, and I don't know what the food mean in regards to the meaning of the cards. This one makes a little bit of sense. This looks like pigs in a blanket. Like 4 pigs in a blanket, right? Because it's a good card. The Four of Wands to me feels like a good card. Then the Gilded Tarot Royale. Those people seem to be celebrating. That's from this one. I bought this one myself because I saw a reader use it quite often, and I loved the illustration. So this one, my cheap Timu deck, this is Rider-Waite again, but remember it offers us more information. So it says, oh, by the way, Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas 2025. I'm doing this in my room right now because it was so easy to set up this with just the camera and a light and the light above. My husband's cooking the meat for Christmas. I have to go do the potato salad. My older son is still sleeping because our daughter left for her trip to Ireland wee hours of the morning this morning, 3 o'clock. So we were up all night with her, and I'm operating on not enough sleep, okay? A couple hours here and there. It says here, returning home or being with the people and places most familiar with you can be soul enriching. Take this time to soak up the bliss and appreciate the good things in life. This is a good time to work on renovating or redecorating your home space. I like this card to read this one today of all days, right? It says it's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and fire. And the keywords are celebration, joy, harmony, engagements, home reunions, community, domestic happiness, creativity, freedom, marriage. I'm going to read from the Gilded Tarot Royale book at the end for all 4 cards, okay? Let's just get through the cards. So then this is one that my daughter bought for me, and the same, oh, did I, oh, I'm going right. The same guy who did this one, okay? Ciro Marchetti did this one, all right? So, like a bird in an, I don't understand this one for them. The bird in the nest with the eggs there. Don't quite get it. It says you've shown the world your talents. Is that the bird's talent? I don't quite get that one. So then the Four of Wands from my new deck. Tarot a la carte. Yeah. Can you tell I have so much pride with this? If I were still in the church, the preacher's wife would say, make sure it's godly pride. No kind of pride is good, right? Well, then why the teacher say take pride in your work? They don't know nothing. So if you missed my video where I unveiled my whole deck, these are 4 pork chops that my husband Joe barbecued, and I put it together with party food as a celebration. So there we go. The Four of Wands. So we're done with all the ones in under the number 4. Now let's go to the cups. So the first one, 4 of Cups, is about apathy, boredom, right? And it says you are withdrawing from others and feeling uninspired or bored. The reverse says you may need some time for yourself to avoid feeling worn down. So this guy doesn't see, he missed out on 3 cups, doesn't even see the hand there handing him yet another cup. This deck, remember? So the next card is from the food deck, the Gourmet Tarot deck. And they just have 4 cups of ramen soup. Even though it didn't depict what that one did with the 1 cup, yada yada, I need to stop saying yada yada. I still like the 4 cups of ramen for this one. The Gilded Tarot Royale, this deck, see, they picked up on the images. See the 3 cups off to the side, and then the person is like staring into outer space. It's like he's meditating. He's not seeing that there's somebody handing him another cup, yet that hand handing. I couldn't do the hand on mine because I was the one actually taking the pictures, so mine is a little bit different. So this is the cheap Temu deck. Again, Rider-Waite. It says you're feeling stagnate. You're feeling stagnate. What? Stagnate. Okay. And are having a hard time focusing on things that once made you happy and fulfilled. Be mindful of possible opportunities you may be inclined to pass up on events, but may realize later that they would have led to amazing things. Man, I wish I could learn like all that that it said. I feel like as time goes by, I'll pick up more, because I've already picked up a lot in a year of looking at card readers, you know. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, water. All right, that's that card. I don't read the reverse on this one, but I read the keywords. Meditation, contemplation, apathy, re-evaluation, restlessness, disconnected, boredom. All right, and then the Ciro Marchetti Tarot. See, he's actually holding one of the cups in his hand. So do you think he picked up on the fact that maybe he bored? It's a pretty picture though. I like this one. And then mine, my husband played the part of the model, and I made 3 cups of amazing desserts, and he didn't even see it. And look at that 4th one. He still didn't even see that one. The one was the best one because it was custard, and custard is my favorite dessert. And I put apathy, boredom, disconnected for my thing. I always put like 3 words on mine. So yes. And of course, let me show off mine again. I feel like when I do this, you should see ding, orbit, like that. So then we're in the swords. And for the Rider-Waite, the first one, it says rest is needed for recovery. Turn inward to plan for your future. The reverse says the mind, body, and spirit need rest to heal. Resisting will cause harm. So the 4 of Swords, those 2 seemed like really, really, what, amazing. No, this one's not good. This one's boredom and apathy. The first one's a really, really good card. And that one's not even a bad card. It's just telling you to rest up, right? No, this one's telling you to rest. This one's just telling you that, you know, you're missing out on stuff. And then this one's saying about rest. So that's the Rider-Waite. Did I read the reverse already? I don't remember if I did. So let me read it again. The mind, body, and spirit need rest to heal. Resisting will cause harm. Yeah, I think I read it. So the next one, which is the Gourmet Tarot. They have like some sandwiches, I think, right? And the reason that I'm showing you all the cards from the decks that I have is because I want you to see different people's imagination of what the cards mean. So maybe you'll pick up on something else in each card that you would have not picked up on. Like, let's say if we only looked at this one card. That's how I'm learning. So I'm like inviting you to learn and see how I learn. And definitely I want to see you put down in the comments below, you know, what you were doing differently to learn, if you are learning along with me. Okay, maybe you're just watching for entertainment and just to support me. So far we still only have 7 subscribers, but that's okay because we're going through the cards right now, and when we're done we're going to start reading, and I think that's when we'll get into the YouTube algorithm. So I'm not so worried about that. I had so much joy editing that video yesterday with me unboxing my card because I love to tell stories, and I definitely wanted to tell somebody the story of what all I went through to take those pictures and show you some of the misfired pictures and how I got behind the scenes to do the pictures and so on and so on. So for this one, Rider-Waite again, but we get more information. The upright 4 of Swords is telling you to kick back and relax, whether you're emerging from battle or you've been putting in too many hours at work, you're overdoing it and need to take a breather. A period of rest will follow you re-emerging with renewed strength and focus. You see? So it's not just about resting because you're sick. You need to rest up so you can come back and do battle, or you can go back and be a fresher person at work. So if this was like a work reading, I guess that's when you would put that meaning into it. So it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air. And the keywords are rest, relaxation, meditation, contemplation, recovery, recuperation, retreat, renewal, solitude, planning for the future. All right. So then the Gilded Tarot Royale. How did I that... Lord, it came out of sequence. This one. This is my third deck that I got, so that should have come in third. Don't worry about it, though. See how the guy's resting there and the swords are above him, right? And then the last one, the Marchetti Tarot. I keep telling you, this deck is kind of creepy. Even the back of it is kind of creepy. Look at the back of mine, guys. Woo. So this is mine. I had that charcuterie that somebody gave Jada, and it had 4, you know, stabby type tools. So I use that for my 4 swords. And when I want to rest and recover, I definitely want to eat comfort food like cheese and sandwich and dried fruits and regular fruits and cookies and teas and stuff like that. So that's why I made the picture this way, because this definitely tells me rest, 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 right? So now we're in the Pentacles, the last suit in the 4s still. And the 4 of Pentacles says you enjoy security but may hold too tightly to your possessions. And then the reverse says conservative attitudes and fear of risk cause stagnation. So it kind of like the same meaning for the reverse and this and the direct, right? The upright. And that's the Rider-Waite again. And then the Gourmet Tarot, they have cookies in a jar. Yeah, right? Holding on to them cookies, right? And then the Gilded Tarot Royale, I have it in sequence again. See, the guy has those things that looks like Pentacles. Pentacles, I always thought Pentacles was just about money and finances, but it's also about health. And if you're reading on politics, it's about votes. You know, so you can designate what these cards mean. 4 of Pentacles here says you've managed to accumulate a significant amount of material wealth after working very hard to get to the point you're at right now. Be sure not to become overly greedy and hoarding your fortune without risk. There is no reward. Oh, without risk, there is no reward. Don't be afraid to jump into uncharted territory. Try a new venture, invest in business, or seek new opportunities. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth. Capricorn is my daughter's birth sign. Saving money, wealth, security, scarcity, self-improvement, control, frugality, solid foundations, and conservation. And then this is the Marchetti Tarot. He's just like holding on to his money, child. And then for mine, I did my daughter with 4 garnaches, or like you guys would probably call this tostada, because it's made with fried corn tortillas, refried beans, tomato sauce with onion and cheese. And some Belizeans will not eat it with the tomato sauce, just straight up onion and soaked in some vinegar and water on top with some cheese. And it's Dutch cheese or Edam cheese, but over here in America, if you can't get that, you can use Parmesan cheese. And I put here frugality, fear of loss, saving, greed. Because honestly, I had 4 on this platter because that's the way it fit. And I had my daughter take this picture as she was heading out to work. Like, can you pose with this thing? And blah, 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 blah. And so, but it looks like she's holding on to too many. You should not be eating 4 garnaches, guys. One of those tortillas is like 110 calories. You should be eating 2 and only 2 with a salad. Who said this was going to become an eating thing, right? So that's the 4s in all 4 suits, 6 decks. Okay, so right now what I'm gonna go do is make the potato salad for our Christmas dinner. My husband's cooking the meat, so I gotta go tie up my hair, make the potato salad, and then who knows, maybe I'll come back in here and set up again. Oh, I gotta show you my box again. Set up again so that we can tape another one, the 5s, because I have to go through ace through 10, then page, knight, queen, king for all 4 suits in order for us to be done going through the cards. And then I'm going to shuffle up all my decks, and then we're going to start reading, and I'm going to pull whatever deck we're supposed to pull when we're reading. But I promise you, a lot of the times I'm going to be using my own deck because that's why I made it. All right. As promised, I'm going to read the meanings from the Gilded Tarot Royale booklet, okay? So the Four of Wands says celebrating the achievement of a satisfying goal or important event. The Four of Cups says being offered a gift but ignoring it, focusing on idealized concept that does not exist. The Four of Swords says time to regroup, meditate, and find your center, recharging your spiritual strength to solve the problem. And the Four of Pentacles says conserving resources, saving for something you want or need, holding too tight to what you love, perhaps greediness.